Alright guys, welcome to another video, Western Sharpies RC. Just thought I'd make a little video here and share with you what I've been working on. Do a little roundy round here with the camera and show you some of the details of these 3D printed sea containers. So, it turned out really good here. I made that one there for a customer. It's almost finished, I just gotta put the door handles on it, but just to show you some of the details. Hopefully this camera picks up the details. I know it's kind of out of focus and does some weird things. It's just a crummy old iPhone 5, but anyway, you get the idea. These turned out really good. I'm getting good at this weathering thing here, I think. And not to mention, these particular sea containers are so much nicer than the Tamiya ones. So I got this from Cults 3D. There's quite a few different files out there for sea containers, and whoever designed this one here did a really nice job. You know, they got all the details correct with the little corner castings there. They even went to the trouble of adding the little ventilator covers and adding the little slots on the bottom there for the forklift. You can pick these 20-footers up with a big forklift. That's what the bottom looks like. Or you can pick them up with the gantry crane, right? Just stick the little locks in there and then picks it up. But anyway, this one turned out really good. I think he's going to be happy. So Cult 3D is where you go to pick one of these up. Or alternatively, if you want, send me a message on my Facebook page and I'll make one up for you. You can get it either weathered up like this, or I'll show you in a second the ones that I've got all nice and new and shiny looking up on the wall there. But I just want to show you some of these details here. The only thing I gotta do with this one here is put the door handles on there, and then it'll be finished up. The only thing I don't really like about this design are these hinges here. They're not real scale as far as what you'd see on a real container. But you know what, not too bad. And if you really wanted to go to town, you could add a little wood floor, because that's usually what you'd see on a sea container, whether you paint it or, you know, put little strips of balsa wood or something. That'd look all right. But it takes me about a week to print one of these things. There's a lot of pieces. The body, there's the front cover here, and then the rear cover, and then the doors. And I personally like to print these with quite a bit of infill. That's another thing I'll mention too. If you're gonna try to print one of these, just make sure you increase the infill. I think the default is like 20% on Cura, or I don't know what slicing software you're going to use, but I find, you know, if you print them with not enough infill, they'll kind of warp and, you know, look a little funny. So more infill means more material and a longer print time, but it really makes for a nice solid, I know you can't really tell by me hitting it like that, but I use probably more than a full roll of plastic on one container, and a roll of plastic's about 40 bucks Canadian. So not to mention a week long of printing, all the labor that goes into them. So a lot of work to make these. It's not just push a button and out comes the toy. But anyway, enough complaining. The only reason I'm complaining is because a lot of people do message me and kind of bitch and complain, why so much? Well, anybody who 3D prints kind of knows, you know, there's a lot of work that goes into this. You know, not quite like you'd think. Like I said, hit a button and out comes the toy. But anyway, working on these. And I was going to show you the nice new ones. I don't want to show you too much of the wall here because I'm saving that for a future tour, like a shop tour video. But anyway, here you can see some of the nice new shiny ones. Got a few of the popular companies out there: Hapag Lloyd, Marisco, OCL. There's a Saf Marine up there. So you wouldn't usually see them like that. They're usually beat up and gunky and rusted out and kind of shit kicked from the high seas. But anyway, these turned out really good. So there's that I'm working on, and another thing I want to share with you guys, I think is going to turn out good. I'm working on an Atco trailer. You know, those little portable office trailers. So anyway, these are the first few pieces that I made that didn't turn out. And that happens a lot, again, with 3D printing. You just don't know sometimes. Like, I printed the thing, and then 8 hours later, this is what you get. The last layer decides to do that, you know, which makes absolutely no sense. I mean, these things got a mind of their own sometimes. So anyway, this is kind of what they're going to look like. Let's see here. How's that going to... Sort of like... No, not like that. Like this. Maybe. No, not like that. That's not right. This is completely different. I messed that up completely, and then I shortened it. But anyway, that's garbage. Kind of like this here. This one here, I increased the height so they'd be a little thicker so they wouldn't warp. This one here is just a little bit too thin. Kind of see here, right? That's just too thin. But anyway, just to show you roughly what it's going to look like. And then I'll have it all painted up with the Atco colors. But it'll be something like that. Of course, it's not going to stay now. Well, you get the idea. So the other side is going to have a little slot for the air conditioner. And then I'll have the little steps. Maybe a little floodlight outside. I'll put windows and the frames in there. And I'll figure out what I'll do for a roof and then a floor. And then sit it on some pallets or, I don't know, a trailer or something. But anyway, I'll finish one up and then I'll kind of include the footage of me building it. And if it turns out good, I'll sell the parts kind of like this. And then, you know, the customer can kind of assemble it themselves. And maybe if they want, they can refer to my video. And if they like the way I made mine, they can kind of copy mine. I don't really care. But yeah, this was my fault here. You know those concrete blocks I printed way back? Well, a customer wanted the mold, so I sliced them. I put them on the Cura, and I forgot to space them out, and I hit the button and walked away, and like an idiot, this is what happened. 24 hours of printing, a whole bunch of material down the tube, so this was more my fault, but that was a waste. Anyway, guys, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.